Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be painting a koi fish and I'll be sharing the entire painting in real time. So if you want to watch, stay tuned. So for this painting, I decided to go ahead and sketch the shape of the fish. I normally would do without it, but it was mentioned in my previous one of my previous videos if I could show you something where I actually do the sketch. So for this one I have sketched, it's just a simple shape. Think of it as shapes, and it's just a simple shape of a fish. I have not gone into any details, and once I had the sketch ready, I just wet the entire the area of the fish, not the entire paper, just the area of the where I'm going to paint. And yeah, and then I begin to start painting. So to keep it loose and expressive, I started to just drop pigments to wherever the paper was wet or damp. Only then it would spread. So that's what you see me do for most part in this painting. There is not much to this whole thing, but the end result is amazing because that loose and free flowing intuitive kind of painting retains the vibrancy of the colors, and it sparkles with light. So definitely give this one a try. This is really easy and you're going to see instant results, right in front of you. So just wet the shape and then drop pigments, let it blend on its own. Don't keep going back and touching it with your brush, because then you tend to pick up the paint, because your brush is dry, then you tend to pick up the paint. So drop your pigment, let it stay, let it dry, and don't keep going back to the same place and overwork the whole painting. So that's what you see me doing. I just went with all the different colors that I thought the koi of the fish has. Nothing really photorealistic, as I always mention in every video. I am not aiming for that. That's a whole different way of painting. That's not what we can achieve with just by adding pigments. Those are painted in layers. So for this painting, and for people who are really starting out, you would find this far more easier because you tend to achieve instant results. So definitely give this one a try. So once I was done with the initial wash of color, so to speak, by just dropping pigments and letting them blend and flow into each other, I kind of knew where this whole thing was going. And once it started to turn slightly damp, still wet, it's not completely dry, it's still wet, and it started to turn slightly dry, I went back and added the darks, and that immediately flows into the already damp paper and the drying pigments, and it just blends just enough for the whole painting to not turn muddy. So that's what you see me do here. I am just adding my darks, and I'm pretty close to calling it done, because as I said in the previous video, the line between working and overworking is very, very thin, and before you knew it, you might just end up ruining the whole thing. So I tried to stop a little way ahead of time and let me see how it goes, and if I really feel like I need to do or add some more contrast in terms of darks, then I wait for it to dry completely, wet the paper again, and then I go back and add my darks. So I think, yeah, that's about it, and I called it done. So that was my painting of the koi fish. I really hope you enjoyed it and you learned something from this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me improve and motivates me. And keep watching. I'm going to see you again in the next one. Next one is going to be a floral one, so keep watching. Thanks. Bye, and have a nice day.